Welcome to the Coach Kelly Wells Show, presented by Appalachian Wireless. Now from Buffalo Wild Wings in Pikeville and powered by the 4G LTE network of Appalachian Wireless, here are East Kentucky Broadcasting's Andrew Joyce and UPIKE head basketball coach Kelly Wells.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Buffalo Wild Wings in Pikeville for this edition of the Kelly Wells Show. We wrap up the regular season and head toward Mid-South Conference tournament time. This year, the Mid-South Conference tournament back at the East Kentucky Expo Center. Play begins with women's action Thursday, the guys Friday, and then continuing around Saturday, and we'll see you at the championship Sunday afternoon. I'm Andrew Joyce, joined by the head man of the University of Pikeville Bears, Coach Kelly Wells. And Coach, coming off a 27-3 regular season, Mid-South Conference regular season championship, two big wins last week on the road and on senior day. It's been a good week.
It really has, and if you'd have told me we would have won 27 regular season games at the very beginning, I would have clicked my heels together. I mean, that's exactly what we wanted to do, and it ties one of our best regular seasons that we've ever had in school history, finishing as the winner of the regular season by 2 games. That's awesome. That's great for our team. Gets us leading into the conference tournament here with some great momentum, and so proud of our guys on the road of getting to secure the conference at Life, which is a tough place to play, and then them handling business on senior night was really neat to see them salute their seniors the way they deserved.
Regular season, of course, 3 losses on the season. Coach Kelly Wells, I know your mindset, three losses, not acceptable. You're always looking for every win. But when you come out of a Mid-South Conference regular season and against the schedule that you faced, only 3 losses, you've got to be pleased with that.
Yeah, at the beginning I kind of thought the team who had 4, maybe 5 losses would win the league, and we ended up coming under that number at 3 and ended up winning the league by 2 games. So it's just very competitive. Our league is so good. Yeah. But, you know, the guys rose up. We lost our first 2 conference games there, and that was kind of alarming, to say the least. But we kept fighting and kept preaching, you know, we've got to continue to improve, get better, and only losing 3 games on the season is a pretty good accomplishment.
Yeah, when you jump out and get those first 2 losses in the conference, you're like, uh-oh. Maybe when they said we were 4th in the conference, they were right. But that picking the Bears 4th in the conference, a little motivation I know you used with your team.
Oh, no question. It was motivation for me as well, because that's my peers that think we were middle of the pack, and certainly we didn't feel like we had a middle-of-the-pack kind of team, and year in, year out, we won't have a middle-of-the-pack kind of team. And, you know, we're very prideful with what we've created here at UPIKE and built on the traditions of the past, and there's nothing going to be acceptable about us being 4th or anything lower than that. It may happen, but certainly we'll keep fighting through that to try to get ourselves to the top where we finish this year.
The Mid-South Conference tournament comes back to the East Kentucky Expo Center. It's been a long time since it has been here. Of course, it was in Frankfort for so long, and so many people used to the conference being there. Back in Pikeville, we'll talk about that a little later, but you don't have to prepare for a road trip. You don't have to pack multiple suits to be prepared for game day in Frankfort. Staying at home, what's that like? Because you've not done that in quite some time.
Yeah, it poses its own set of issues as well. I don't know if issues is the right word, but a set of obstacles that you have to work through, you know, trying to keep them focused on just basketball. We don't have that luxury. I mean, we have to go to class every single day. They have to do their homework every single day. It's not like we get a reprieve from that to go just concentrate on basketball, and that's also a bonus too. We don't have to miss class, and they're in their classes, so that's a bonus. But, you know, finding the practice times, keeping them focused, you know, we're kind of managing the tournament as well, making sure everything's in place. So from a coaching perspective, some of our time is shifted from just preparation like it would be on the road to now we get preparation plus every day-to-day thing that goes on, your meetings, your conferences, and also trying to get the tournament where it needs to be. So just a different set of hurdles that you have to jump over.
Of course, the comforts of home, maintaining routine, and then you bring on those distractions of home as well. We'll talk more about the tournament coming up. Right now, let's take a look back at highlights last week on the road at Life University and that big senior day win.
Yeah, we had some great highlights, and very proud of our team here. You can see Mike Chambers here, who's been a great lift for our team right in the paint. One of the things we talk about is getting 2 feet in the paint. You see Mike's 2 feet in the paint, gets a great jump shot, puts it in. And here's RZ Colbreth doing the exact same thing, getting into the paint, trying to finish at the rim, and certainly a nice little floater right off the square. And RZ's been playing great for us. And here's a great transition, and pace is important for us. And Rodney Hawkins, as you're going to get a visit with tonight, ran the floor awesome. Darian Leslie rewarded him with a great pass and a great bucket there. Here's Chase Parsley with one of our plays that we run, and gets Darrell Dominic a nice lob and an alley-oop here to the basket, and Rel does a great job of finishing with his offhand. So that was a great play by both parts there. And here we are defensively, and well, actually this is the Jordan Perry play first here. Jordan getting to the basket, 2 feet in the paint, which is what we want, finishing strong hand at the rim. And here's Darian Leslie taking a charge, and defense has been the key for us, trying to get ourselves in the right kind of pace, and great obvious charge there, and Darian did a great job of staying out of the charge lane. And here's one of our backdoor plays to get him first of the half, and actually Coach Faulkner called this play, and Mike did a great job of setting his man up, going to the finish, and probably should have got a free throw out of that. But here's Chase Parsley, who just against Cumberland was so good from the perimeter for us, and great three here, and he's just playing better every single night that we play. And Javian De La Cruz, this is De La Smooth. This is his shot. This is the one everybody else says, oh no, but like when he shoots it, we feel like it's going in. And of course, he thought he got fouled as well, and probably did. But certainly we got to play through that. And here's Jordan Perry. I'm not exactly sure this was diagrammed the exact way he did it, but David Lee liked it on the sideline, and certainly that was a great finish for him.
Indeed, and the Bears coming off 2 big wins, heading to Mid-South Conference tournament time. Coming up, we'll take a look at the latest NAI national rankings, where the Bears are after this week's rankings released today. Coach Kelly Wells will rejoin us as we preview the tournament. On deck in the Bears Den, we've got Darrell Dominic coming up next, one of the big guys in the black and orange. On deck, the Kelly Wells Show returns after this. Welcome back to Buffalo Wild Wings Pikeville, home of the Coach Kelly Wells Show. We take you inside Bears basketball every week at this time, every Tuesday as we wind down the Mid-South Conference regular season. The Bears finished 27-3, 11-3 in the conference, heading to tournament time. Tip-off 10 a.m. Friday morning as the Bears' #1 seed will take on 8th seed Shawnee State at the East Kentucky Expo Center. Take a late breakfast and join us for Bears basketball. Now joined in the Bears Den, Cincinnati, Ohio's own Darrell Dominic joins us now, one of the big guys in the black and orange. And Darrell, welcome back to the Kelly Wells Show. I got to ask, 10 a.m. tip-off. Have you ever played that early?
Yeah, I have. It kind of made me nervous because coming up I haven't really been able to perform like in morning games, but like I've matured a lot and been better since I've been here. So I'm
last time you played a 10 a.m. game, AAU, middle school, Pee Wee.
Yeah, AAU, fresh out the hotel, straight to the gym.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. You grab a donut there at the free breakfast bar.
And that's pretty much an AAU breakfast on the road. So.
Yeah, and I understand that. Now 10 a.m.
Yeah.
and you've got a conference tournament game. How do you prepare for that? How do you adjust your body clock to that? You've been tipping off at 8 o'clock many nights. Now you're playing at 10 in the morning. How do you change that?
It's like I said, like just me maturing a lot over time. So like, I didn't handle it the right way back when I was younger. So, it all started with like, going to bed early, waking up on time, eating right, getting to the gym on time, getting prepared for the game. So
it's going to be much different than an 8 o'clock tip-off or even a Saturday afternoon 4 o'clock tip-off that time. On a typical 4 p.m. Saturday, what type of time schedule do you have pregame preparing for that? You're at the gym, what, an hour and a half?
We get there at 11. We shoot around for about an hour, sometimes 30 minutes or whatever. Come back to the gym at 2, start, getting ready, getting taped up by the trainer or whatnot, getting ready for the tip-off for 4. So.
All right, 10 a.m. tip-off.
10 a.m. tip-off?
Yeah.
I don't think we had one of those this year, so I don't know how to prepare for that, but I'm pretty sure I will.
Playing at home at the East Kentucky Expo Center as opposed to being on the road for the conference tournament, obviously you sleep in your own bed, you maintain routine, still going to class. but also you have home court advantage playing on the court that you've played on all year, and you've got your home court fans. What type of advantage is that?
It's a huge advantage because like we really never lose at home. That's just a tradition we have here at UPIKE. So I mean, only one loss the whole season at home, so we don't plan on losing.
This team, of course, winning the Mid-South Conference regular season championship. You wrapped that up. You celebrated at Life University and took care of business. A team that was picked to finish fourth by the coaches preseason. Yeah, we've thrown that out the window and claimed that conference championship. What's the mindset of this team in the locker room heading to the conference tournament? I would imagine this team's very confident.
I mean, like, it happened and it's done, so, I mean, like, it is what it is. So now we just working on chipping away one step at a time for our next goal. So
one game at a time, tournament time.
Yep.
Darrell, thanks for being with us. We want to wish you the best of luck Friday morning. Get up early, get in bed early, get plenty of sleep, and let's take care of Shawnee State. Darrell Dominic right there. Coming up on deck, Rodney Hawkins joins us in the Bears Den. It's the Kelly Wells Show, talking inside Bears basketball live from Buffalo Wild Wings. Welcome back to Buffalo Wild Wings in Pikeville. It's home of the Coach Kelly Wells Show. We talk UPIKE basketball every Tuesday at this time, and Coach Wells will rejoin us momentarily. We'll preview the Mid-South Conference tournament coming up. The women beginning Thursday, the guys Friday, of course, and, of course, the NAI national rankings released earlier today. We'll let you know where the Bears are in the latest NAI national rankings. Now joined in the Bears Den by a senior, 6'7" senior out of Baltimore, Maryland. Rodney Hawkins joins us now. And Rodney, welcome back to the Kelly Wells Show.
Thanks for having me.
Senior Day just wrapped up at
Yes,
the Expo Center. Your final home game, sort of, your final regular season. It's a little advantage having a Senior Day and then the conference tournament coming up. But as you reflect on Senior Day, your final home game there pre-tournament, what were your thoughts? What was going through your head Saturday?
I just wanted to win, honestly. Like, just finish the regular season out with a win for the seniors and the team. Wasn't a bad game. Got the win. Now it's just time to focus on the conference tournament.
We saw Rodney Hawkins in the highlight as well. This Bears team playing very well, heading down the stretch from January on. Had a couple of conference losses. And Coach said he had a little bit of an uh-oh factor after you opened with those two conference losses. He's like, maybe these guys were right picking us fourth, but you got things on track. Is this team playing its best basketball right now?
Right now, I think we are, but I think we could play better than what we have as long as we continue to play together.
Still have room to grow.
Yes, sir.
Top team in the Mid-South Conference. You head to tournament time as the number 1 seed. You take on 8 seed Shawnee State University that pushed you guys. They played you guys very well. Your reward is you get to play at 10 o'clock in the morning. I asked Darrell Dominic the question, when's the last time he played a 10 a.m. game? And he had to go all the way back to AAU basketball. When's the last time you played at 10 a.m.?
When I'm at home, I go to the gym at like 10, 11 o'clock every day.
But you were telling me before we came back from the break, you're a morning guy.
Yes.
So what about these 8 o'clock games that you've been playing? Do you have to get a nap? If you're a morning guy and you've got an 8 o'clock tip-off tonight, are you having to get a nap?
No, once I'm up for the day until I just go back in the room and relax.
So 10 a.m.'s nothing to you?
Nah.
Long process preparing for a game. We talk about the preparation for a Saturday afternoon 4 o'clock tip-off. You're at the gym hours before that. It's going to make things more difficult with a 10 a.m. start. How early can you get there? How much does that change your game prep time with it being such an early start?
It just means I got to wake up earlier than I normally do, before 9:30.
All right. I got to ask the question, Rodney. I'm a coffee guy, all right? I'm a morning guy, all right? I'm with you there. But I've got to have that first shot of coffee to get me going. Rodney Hawkins, when you get up, you're a morning guy, but what's that morning drink? Everybody's got one.
I never drank coffee a day in my life.
All right. How about is it soda? Is it Mountain Dew? What's that go-to drink to get you going?
I'll probably drink a Gatorade.
Okay.
I stay away from soda.
All right. He's keeping it healthy. He's keeping it clean, keeping the body clean. Rodney, of course, coming up, Shawnee State. You've got Shawnee State. You'll have another game Saturday, and then, of course, a third game Sunday. We're looking for a championship run in the Mid-South Conference tournament. This team, does it have the depth? Does it have the ability to play 3 days straight and get those wins?
I think we do. I think we all have the same mindset and on the same page. We all know what we got to do to prepare for these 3 games in a row.
What's Coach been like since you wrapped up the regular season championship? How's he been different, his attitude in practice?
His attitude, regular season over, it's time to focus on conference tournament.
Has he been a little more laid back in practice this week?
Yeah, kind of, sort of, but at the same time, it's still can't take no days off. It's still the same approach as it was the regular season.
All right, take us into a Bears locker room. After a loss, it's all Coach Wells, right?
Yes, sir.
After a win, teams feeling good, celebrating. Have you ever seen Coach Wells let his guard down and celebrate along with you guys?
Yeah, after we beat life.
After you beat life. I would love to see a video of that. I would love to see a video of that. Maybe we can find one of those. Rodney Hawkins, want to wish you the best of luck in the tournament. 10 a.m. We'll see you Friday morning at the Expo Center. Have a great game. Stay healthy. Let's get a win.
Thank you.
Rodney Hawkins right there. 6'7" senior out of Baltimore. We'll step out, take a break. We'll try to find video of Coach Kelly Wells in celebration mode. We'll preview the Mid-South Conference tournament and take a look at the NAIA national rankings. When we come back, the Kelly Wells Show, live from Buffalo Wild Wings. Welcome back to Buffalo Wild Wings as we are rejoined by the head coach of your UPIKE Bears, Coach Kelly Wells. And, Coach, earlier this afternoon, the NAIA national rankings were released. We've talked about it. They're rankings that don't mean a lot, but when you come to national tournament seeding, those rankings certainly do mean something. Your team, last rankings, third in the country. This time you climb in the rankings points-wise, but not by actual rank. Masters California hangs on to the top spot, LSU Shreveport second, and UPIKE just 1 point behind, but received a first-place vote in the country at number 3.
Yeah, this time of year, those polls really do mean a lot more than they do at the beginning and even through the middle. It's just kind of posturing and positioning as you kind of go through the season. So very thankful to be where we're at. I would have liked to seen us at the 2 spot. I think we kind of deserve that, but, you know, it's hard to argue. We moved up, sole place to the 3rd spot. We had a tie, so we actually got a first-place vote as well. So hopefully we'll have a great tournament, move ourselves forward, and, you know, the end result is to play the last game of this with a win. So, like, really that poll, as long as we stay in a good range there, we're fine with that. But our main goal is to finish this entire season with a win.
And, of course, you've got Georgetown hanging around in the top 10 from the conference. Cumberland's live, and Campbellsville and Lindsay fall out of the top 25, both receiving votes. Is that a result of Mid-South Conference teams beating up on one another?
Well, every night we're playing a ranked opponent, so
yeah.
Like it's really tough. And in some of the other conferences, that's not the case, but in ours, that is the case. And you know, I think Campbellsville actually moved up a little bit. They're in receiving votes, but they moved to 27th. Good position for them. And the one that really hurt us was Lindsey Wilson, who has just had a hard time with some injuries and some things of that nature, and they've lost 7 of their last 8. So they went from 9th in the country to out of the poll in 2 weeks. So that's been hard on us, and so now we've got to reposition some of the other folks. But certainly still think we're in great range there, and all those guys still have potential. It just comes down to what upsets happen in tournaments, and
sure.
If all the winners that should win out, then like they're all in. But certainly that's not probably going to happen.
You win the Mid-South Conference regular season championship. As you clinch that championship and that title, no nets were cut down. Explain why.
Well, that's not the ones we're interested in. I mean, we have a trophy that we'd like to have a net on, but certainly that's not the trophy we want either. So, we've got our banquet coming up Thursday. Hopefully we'll get a lot of recognition for our players. They had a great regular season. They deserve all of those things. But at the end of the day, that's not the ultimate goal for us. So we want to continue to work and try to get better, and I don't want us to become we want to celebrate when we win. I don't want it to sound like
Sure.
we're not doing that. We do celebrate when we win, but that's just not the time and the place we wanted to cut the net down.
Yeah, I asked the question to some of the guys, Coach Kelly Wells, how often do you see him let his guard down and celebrate along with you guys after a win? Coach, I don't know if you realize or not, but we've got video. You let your guard down.
But
Let's take a look at that video.
It wasn't so much me letting my guard down. They just sneak attack is what you would call this.
This was an ambush?
I walked in with a rough hit right here. I was wet from my socks to the They got me really good, but like I told them, I'd take that 2 more times if we can find a way to do it.
There you go. A couple more championships still to come. Those suits, they'll work just fine.
We got great dry cleaners around here. We
Yes,
can take care of that, no problem.
Indeed. The Mid-South Conference Tournament, 10 a.m. tip-off on Friday at the Expo Center. Shawnee State, of course, a team that has given you some problems. They play you very well. You're the top seed. They're the number 8 seed. For them to move on to the national tournament, they've got to win this tournament. They're going to be coming at you with all guns.
Yeah, they'll play desperate, but like I told our guys, like we should too. Like if you want to win this whole thing, like we should play desperate every single night. And our biggest goal is to go 1-0 each time we play. We call them one-game championships. We don't look forward. We don't look behind. And I think the guys are excited about it. We know if we play our level of play that we're capable of playing, that's good enough every night. And we should rest on our preparation. We've worked hard to get to this point.
Right now, the Mid-South Conference, of course, you look at the national tournament, you expect to be there. Georgetown expects to be there. You've got teams in the top 25 that expect to be there, but teams like Lindsey Wilson, teams like Campbellsville, they're going to be extremely hungry to win this tournament, to win their way into the national tournament. Does that concern you at all looking down the road in the tournament?
Well, I wouldn't say concern's the right word, because all we're concerned about is beating Shawnee State. The rest of it we can't really control. And, our second-round game, if we advance with Life and Campbellsville, who knows who's going to come out of that one.
Yeah.
And you get to the championship game, anything can happen. But that's our goals to get to that point. And, we treat them just like we do every regular season game. We prepare extremely hard. The guys are always on point with our scout. They know what we've got to do. And it's just a matter of showing up and playing each night. I don't want to put more pressure on them than anything. We've taken the pressure off ourselves a little bit by winning the conference and getting to the national tournament, and now we just got to play to win every single night we get an opportunity.
10 a.m. Friday with the win, 2 o'clock Saturday, and then 4:30 Sunday. It's a basketball fan's dream. The Mid-South Conference Tournament coming to the Expo Center at Pikeville. It's a big deal to have that tournament right here in your hometown. You have a chance to be there. Let's invite fans to join us.
Yeah, it's going to be a great event. It is hosted by the Mid-South Conference. It's not actually our host. We help do some details and those kind of things. So go down and pick up your tickets. That we don't do the tickets. We don't have anything to do with that. It comes from the box office. And come on down, pick those up, come watch us play. You won't be disappointed with the conference. And this will be a great opportunity for you to see all the things we talk about all the time of how good everybody is. And certainly on top of that, we also have the 15th region tournaments going on with the boys and girls. So if you like basketball, this is as good as it gets. And we'd love to see you out there supporting our communities.
Should be great games all weekend. Coach, best of luck. Let's go get a title.
I'm with you.
Coach Kelly Wells right there. Thanks so much, Rodney Hawkins and Darrell Dominic, our guest in the Bears Den. It's the Kelly Wells Show right here from Buffalo Wild Wings, Pikeville. Thanks for tuning in.
This has been the Coach Kelly Wells Show, presented by Appalachian Wireless.